what's up YouTube? Water change Mondays. I know it's super late, it's not even a Monday. So I'm just going to talk about everything. As you guys can see, emptying it out, filling it back up. I had some plants moving in front of the Ozoletta swords, so I ended up trimming them, putting them over here in this corner somewhere. I think what I'm going to end up doing is just selling a bunch of jungle val, just, I don't know, a group of 10 or something like that, and see if somebody wants them. Hell, if somebody would trade for some crypts, I would definitely trade for some crypts. So, hit me up on that one. The crypts are doing well. I don't know if you guys can see that green stuff. That's just algae in the front. As you guys can see, more jungle val towards the front. I trimmed the Ligugia. I don't know if you guys can see where I trimmed it at. Trimmed it right. Ugh. Sorry, it's a lot. There it is, right there. I trimmed it. Here's the new piece coming down. I think it looks alright. You know, I don't think it looks terrible, so hopefully they'll start growing in pretty good. I think one of these was super tall where I might have to trim it also, Rotella indica, but I'm not sure yet. I'll fill it up and see. This tank, I just got to remove a ton of duckweed. I emptied a bunch out, but I still need to remove a ton of duckweed. This tank did 50% already, and I trimmed another piece of Ligugia. I don't know if you guys can see where I cut it on that. I'm pointing at it, but I want to make sure, and I just trimmed it in half basically, so it's looking alright, I think. I want to show you guys this. Hold on, let me grab my sleeve. I'm wearing a long sleeve t-shirt. I want to show you guys this. I trimmed one of these, by the way, just to see what it would look like, and I uprooted them just to see the root system on this. I want to show you guys how awesome this plant is. I'll uproot this little chunk right here. You guys can see the dirt. Check that out. No joke, that is how pink that shit is. Check it out. Gorgeous plant, just gorgeous, like, love it. So I'm going to rebury this. Give me 1 second. Man, that water's kind of cold. So, really happy with this plant. So, you know, whenever I have that this contest for this tank, it's going to be really hard for me to pick a winner. So, but I trimmed that little tiny piece right there to see if it would grow. So, now my hand is freezing. That's about it. I thought about removing this water sprite in here and putting it in the 40-gallon. I'll show you guys the 40-gallon. These discus have been in this back corner this whole time, just chilling in these corners right here. So I'm wondering if that's where they're going to lay eggs or what's going on, but they've just been chilling back there the whole time. They get super aggressive when I come up to the tank, so I mean, I'm hoping they lay some eggs back there. I got to do water change in their tank, so I thought about moving the water sprite in there. Not sure yet. I'm just not a fan of how it's looking in here. It's just overrunning the rest of the tank, so. Alright, to the guppy tank. I already did a water change earlier, like Sunday or something like that, so I'm just going to ignore that I did it and just skip basically a water change. It's perfectly normal if you skip one here and there, but try not to make it a thing. So, next Monday or Tuesday, holy snaps, I will be trimming these plants right here, the Hygro Augustif. I will be trimming them all and planting them and hoping it works. I'll be trimming them and probably putting them in. Check it out, the little shrimps. Shrimps are swimming towards the front. That's crazy. So, I mean, the guppies are doing good. So, everything's going fairly well in this tank. I don't want to mess with this tank too much because I personally think it's starting to look good. So, but that's basically what's up. It is Thursday, so I'm going to try to post my fish tanks again, and hopefully I get lucky. And hopefully I can sell some of these tanks, the tanks I have, the extra ones I don't need, and then I can buy some more fish. My plans for my fish stuff, because I know people have asked me, simple. I'm going to sell a bunch of these guppies, not all of them, just a bunch, a good amount, probably 10 or so, buy another 3 or 4 females or 3 or 4 males, or basically another batch of different ones, and crossbreed them with these, and keep growing them out, find some angelfish, grow them out, and I'm going to get back into breeding. And like I said, eventually I'd like to get my own discus and nice 125 planted tank. I think what I'm going to do is just have what I have, 2 20s, 2 55s, a 40, and possibly 2 10s. I already have 110, but I haven't set up the other one. So that's what I'll end up having. That's what I'll end up staying with for a while. Once my situation with all my stuff that's going on, once that gets all figured out, I might switch it up and I might do things differently, like maybe 255s and 125 gallon, or 275s, and I don't know. You know, I'm not 100% set in stone. It might be like 175, 155, and a 125. So, you know, it's in the future. It will happen. I'll get that 125, or I'll get that 70-something bow front. I'll get the sexy tanks. So, I want to get more, you know, it's all in the future. So, try not to plan too much and just enjoy the hobby for right now. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, or have a certain plant that I wouldn't mind trying, comment, and if you have a plant that you'd want to trade for the jungle val, hit me up. I do like Crips, Windeat, but hit me up if you have a certain type of plant. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying a different plant just to try a different plant so I can learn about the plant. So comment below. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't want jungle val, it's fine. I'll wait till I have a ton of it and post it on Aquabid. Peace out, peoples.